When you're on the go, what goes in your pocket? Maybe it's your keys, wallet, or phone. These items may be small, but they're essential, right? Think of this podcast as another essential tool that supports your preparedness wherever you are. Welcome to the pocket size series of our podcast, Preparedness in Your Pocket, designed to be your portable solution for emergency preparedness education. As the name suggests, these episodes are pocket size, taking our full-length content and making it easy to listen to in the time it takes to count on two hands. This podcast is brought to you by the Maryland Emergency Preparedness Network, a dedicated communications network that provides no-cost emergency preparedness education, training, and resources to home and community-based care providers, patients, and their caregivers. As your preparedness partner, let's get to know each other. My name is Kendal Lee, and I am the EPN's Program Administrator and your host. I am here to empower you on your preparedness journey, and I saved you a seat at the table. I'm so glad you're here. As always, I say that sharing is caring, and I can't wait to share this information with you. In this second full-length episode of Preparedness in Your Pocket, we had the privilege of welcoming Jorge Castillo, Chief Spokesperson and Branch Manager of Communications and Outreach at the Maryland Department of Emergency Management, and Kenyn Benjamin, Certified Business Architect and Operations Consultant for 211 Maryland. In this episode, we covered why emergency alerts are important. We reviewed the connection between the federal emergency alert system and statewide options. We talked about the history of the partnership between MDEM and 211 that made a unique option possible for Maryland. We reviewed the MD Ready alert system, how it works, and the inclusivity of the technology. We also shared about how listeners can sign up. Before we get started, for our listeners here, let's introduce you to the Maryland Department of Emergency Management and 211 Maryland. The Maryland Department of Emergency Management, otherwise known as MDEM, is the state agency responsible for coordinating emergency preparedness, response, recovery, and mitigation efforts across Maryland. MDEM's mission is to ensure that Maryland residents and communities are prepared for emergencies and disasters through planning, training, and the delivery of timely and accurate information. MDEM works closely with local, state, and federal partners to build a resilient infrastructure here that can support our community during crisis. 211 Maryland is a vital resource that connects individuals and families here in Maryland with essential services and support. As a part of the national 211 network, 211 Maryland provides free, confidential assistance 24/7, helping people find community services such as food, housing, healthcare, and emergency financial aid. 211 Maryland also plays a critical role in connecting residents to emergency alerts and disaster preparedness resources, making it an integral part in the state's emergency management strategy. Now that we know a little bit about MDEM and 211 Maryland, let's talk about what we covered in our conversation. The first step is the why behind why emergency alerts are so important. Emergency alerts are essential because they provide timely information that can save lives. The sooner that you know about an emergency, the better prepared that you can be. Alerts can help you make critical decisions quickly, whether that's evacuating an area, taking shelter, or securing important items. They can reduce confusion. They can help you respond and effectively to minimize harm to yourself and others. Now that we know why they're important, let's talk about the relationship then between the federal emergency alert options here and the state options. So, federal emergency alert systems like the Integrated Public Alert and Warning System, otherwise known as IPAWS, that we touched on both in depth in our first episode that is full length and in our pocket size version. Be sure to tune in. They work in tandem with state level systems to make sure comprehensive emergency communication is taking place. The IPAWS is a national system that allows state and local authorities to send alerts through multiple channels, including the radio, the television, and wireless emergency alerts on our mobile devices. Maryland's MD Ready system complements these federal infrastructures and offer a more localized approach, reaching residents with detailed and relevant information that's specific to their area code. We're going to talk about that option shortly. But before we do, we need to dive into the history between the Maryland Department of Emergency Management and 211 Maryland and their partnership. MDEM and 211 Maryland partnered in 2020 at the heart of the pandemic to create a more connected and effective emergency communication system. The collaboration, again, was initiated to bridge gaps in emergency preparedness and response by leveraging 211's Maryland established infrastructure for connecting people with resources. This partnership, again, led to the development of the MD Ready alert system, which ensures that more Marylanders receive critical information, especially in times of crisis, right at their fingertips. So, what is the MD Ready alert system? MD Ready is unique to Maryland. It is a state-based emergency alert system that provides critical, time-sensitive information directly to Maryland residents. This system is designed to keep the public informed about emergencies, whether they're weather related, public safety related, or other significant events. MD Ready aims to make sure that everybody receives timely alerts to prepare for and respond to situations that could impact their safety and well-being. So how does the system work then? MD Ready works by sending emergency alerts directly to subscribers' mobile phones and emails and other communication channels. These alerts can include information about severe weather, public safety threats, or other emergencies, allowing individuals to take appropriate action based on that type of alert. The system is designed to be incredibly user-friendly, making sure that residents can easily sign up and receive the information. Speaking of user-friendly, let's talk about the inclusivity and accessibility of this technology. So MD Ready prioritizes inclusivity and accessibility, making sure that everyone, including those living with disabilities, access and functional needs, and our non-English speakers can receive critical emergency information because emergency preparedness education should not be a luxury. The system is compatible with assistive technologies, ensuring that those living with disabilities can access the alerts. Additionally, MD Ready offers notifications in 185 different languages, ensuring that language barriers do not prevent anyone from receiving these important updates. This focus on accessibility helps make emergency communication equitable and effective for all Maryland residents. Be sure to tune in to our full-length episode to learn more about that. Now that we understand what MD Ready is, how it works, and how it's inclusive to all of our Marylanders, what is the benefit then of signing up? The answer is quite simple as signing up for the system. It's about staying informed and staying safe. MD Ready provides real-time updates on emergencies that impact the community, whether it's severe weather, public safety, or again, other urgent situations. And by receiving these alerts, you can make timely decisions to protect yourself and those you love. And the best part is, it comes at no cost to you. And we say that is one investment worth making. Now that we know the benefits to signing up, well, how do we do so? To sign up for MD Ready alerts, visit the official website at www.maryland.gov/MD Ready, or you can text MD Ready to 211-631. By subscribing, you'll receive direct notifications that can help you stay prepared and safe. I want to thank you for tuning into today's episode that reminds us all that we can take that one simple step today and sign up for MD Ready alerts to protect the safety of our future selves and those that we love. If you'd like to take a deeper dive into this episode, tune in to our full-length episode of Preparedness in Your Pocket. Thank you for joining us for this pocket-sized episode of Preparedness in Your Pocket. This podcast is brought to you by the Maryland Emergency Preparedness Network, formed in partnership with the Maryland National Capital Home Care Association and the Office of Preparedness and Response within the Maryland State Health Department. We hope to meet your curiosity here with content that boosts your confidence and strengthens your preparedness. At the EPN, we truly believe that sharing is caring, and so we invite you to subscribe to our podcast and share it with friends, family, colleagues, or anyone in the community so that we all empower each other's preparedness. Please note that the information provided in this podcast is for educational purposes only and is not intended to serve as legal or professional advice. While our discussions may include topics and products offered by the participating organizations, listeners should consult with relevant professionals or authorities for specific guidance and recommendations. The views expressed by our guests may reflect those of the hosting organization, but are not intended to replace official advice or guidelines. We can't wait to connect with you again. Until then, stay prepared and take good care.